right, a warm welcome to everybody. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I hope you can hear me. Welcome to the live trading room every Tuesday and Thursdays at 2 o'clock. It's good to be with you guys over here. Michael, I see you right there. Paul, I see you. All right, I see you from Valcom. I see you, yeah. Before we get started, guys, remember we discuss a lot of information in the video. Please do not construe this as advice in any way. It's good to be with you. Ashley Reeve here, guys. Second trading room for the year 2026, yeah? Let's get started, yeah? All right, so once again, a warm welcome to everybody. It's good to be with you here. We are streaming live on YouTube. We are streaming from Johannesburg, Sandton. Guys, I see Young Sunny is with me as well. Welcome, 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 welcome. Just opening remarks, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. You don't want to miss the insights, all right, like this. And what's important, tomorrow we also have our NFP coming out. Tanya, I see you there. Good to have you online as well. Guys, if you're here for the very first time, a warm welcome. Happy New Year. You'll see the sign up links are in the chat facility. So make sure that you get onto that there if you don't have an account with us. All right. This is a trading room, guys. It's not necessarily teaching per se. So we're not going to be doing a class setting. This is trading. Ash is looking for opportunities. Obviously, we cannot tell you to pull the trigger, something you need to do on your own side. That's why we educate our guys. We put them through training sessions. That's Mondays to Fridays, so that you can make a more informed decision, yeah? But if I see something here for myself, I definitely get into it, and then we're obviously looking at various ways of scaling the charts. There's fundamentals at play as well, depending on what's coming out, like tomorrow. Connecting it there, we have the NFP coming out at 3:30, but we also have Crypto Decrypted, which is a Friday session exclusively brought by TD Markets or by our TD Markets Exchange, where we speak crypto and nothing but crypto. We have our customized crypto trading platform, fully regulated, fully tradable, for crypto exclusively. And we will be sharing some of that insight with you guys tomorrow as well. So we'll be doing a hybrid of crypto, where we'll be discussing the actual platform, the how-tos and what's happening there. And then we'll be switching over to the NFP result at 3:30. So we're looking forward to that, ladies and gentlemen. And we hope that you can make it. You should make it, so you can obviously get into what we have planned for 2026. Yeah. But let's get into today, guys. Like I said, we are live, and we want to make sure that we are moving very nicely here. All right. So if you're here for the first time, a warm welcome. I'm going to give it another minute or so for the guys to get in, and we're going to take it from there. Yeah. All right, I'm seeing Germiston is in the house. Sipendile, I see it right there. Guys, also don't forget, as we do go into the new year, really pushing what we believe is a powerful product in the capacity of TDME and what it does provide as a platform. Guys, you register on TDME, you can claim your 50 ZARK, and then, upon your first deposit, you claim another 50 ZARK. That's 1-to-1 with the RAND. It is a digital, currency or digital coin that you can get on the TDME exchange. But obviously, as we do go along, you're going to understand why it's so critical and what you can do with ZARK. All right, guys, you'll be pretty much been able to do quite a bit. We're going to be discussing a lot of that in Crypto Decrypted, so make sure you get in with that, yeah? Baker, I see you there. Let's get it. Yeah. Happy New Year to you too, Tanya, yeah? All right, guys, I think I think this is about it. Let's push it. Let's push it. All right, let's push it. We want to try and get into the charts and understand the backside as well. Guys, we're not only into the technicals, which is a critical point. We do know that many people love the technicals. Jules, I see you there. Good afternoon. We also, deal a lot with the fundamentals, guys. It is a critical one for us. There's many guys, they may not necessarily deal with that. But we do, all right? And the reason for that is because, from a perspective of understanding the movement of value, you got to put both into play there. All right, Michael? So good. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. You got to put both into perspective for the guys. All right. You may have a perception of something, but getting perspective is important because now you're getting different ways of looking at one thing. And that is critical for a trader. So from that side, guys, chatting about the fundamentals is going to be key here. I got a few things here from a big picture perspective, guys. There's a lot of political, economic and social factors that comes into play as it relates to the movement and the value thereof. Now, we have a few things that's happening in the markets. All right, you're seeing a lot of global growth that's slowing down. It's not collapsing, so this is just a few short to medium term points. Global growth is slowing down, all right? It's not collapsing. Inflation is easing unevenly. You're seeing certain countries are coming with their own cuts, their own hikes. Central banks are really close to cutting the rates, and they're not there yet. There's a lot of geopolitical risks involved that are pushing investors toward a lot of safety. Safe demand havens, assets like gold, all right, is definitely on the table. Also, markets are rotating, guys. So you find that the fence is up on the one side, the consumer sector and retail sectors is under pressure. So there is definitely an amalgamation, a mixture, and a rotation happening at this point in time, which is not a surprise to us because we know that every year we kind of have the same pattern that's running in the first week of the new year. So it's not that we're surprised. We're just trying to give some education, some content, some insight, so you guys know that there's nothing really to worry about. Things will iron out and smoothen out as we do go along. All right. So I'm going to be going through a few assets. Some of them will be a loop around back to what we discussed on Tuesday. There's been some significant movement on some of them, and others have not really made that kind of movement we would have liked. But nonetheless, we want to move and see, if there's something for this session. But before we do that, let's quickly look at the economic calendar. As you guys know, you can see there, we have the unemployment claims coming out at 3:30 today. That's for the USD, guys. And obviously, this is a very important week. It's actually sourced from the Department of Labor. You can use this as well as a trader. Use this Forex Factory. Great site, great information, great insight. It comes from the Department of Labor, guys. Simply, what it measures is the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. So that tells you it's released weekly, all right? Therefore, many reports like this won't necessarily have an aggressive move because it is weekly, all right? Versus something like the labor report, NFP, which accumulates over a month. So there's this contraction that happens, or at least there's accumulation of data that happens for the month. And when it's released, there is a reaction. So different types of reports have different reactions. This one here, there's times where there's movement, especially when there's no other high impact data like the NFP coming out tomorrow, where you'll find the unemployment claims can create some movement because it is a high impact report, all right? But it's released weekly, guys, usually on the first Thursday after the week ends. That's what we're seeing today, the 8th of January. That's at 3:30, all right? More news on the US dollar, ladies and gentlemen. Many questions are there with what's going to happen with the NFP. Are we going to get a weaker dollar? Are we going to get a stronger dollar? Valid questions. We've been seeing a bit of a stronger dollar here with the gold. And with silver, well, more with silver. Silver has pushed down here, but there's been a lot of profit taking. But I'll get into the fundamentals. Gold has also come down a little bit here. The USD JPY, though, you're seeing a bit of the dollar strength here. We might see it move to the upside. But here's some fundamentals on the US dollar before we do go on. I'm seeing the chat facility here. Savage, I see you. All true best for the new year. Thank you very much for that one, yeah? All right, so just some information on the United States, guys, the economy, the jobs, and so forth. As you guys know, we try to give you a fantastic view. December job cuts were very low. We're talking about for the month. Was pretty low. It's the best since the mid-2024. However, the total job cuts in 2025 were the highest since 2020. So there we're getting a lot of information already leading up to the NFP. The tech sector, government sector were the biggest job cutters, and the hiring plans fell to the lowest since 2010. Now, you guys know there were tariffs involved. Towards the third and the fourth quarter of last year, the government shutdown happened, and we're seeing a lot of that impact now, all right? Now, why did this happen? You guys know we try to give the answer behind it. Well, a lot of tech companies are restructuring around AI. After years of overhiring, AI is jumping in. That's why it's so great to trade, guys. It's so great to get educated in the markets because, the reality is, guys, AI is here. Many guys use it. AI is good for usage. It's a tool. It's not to, replace your intelligence. In no way can you depend on AI for everything. I mean, there's small things that you still need to think for. Yeah, I know AI can give us quite a bit, but it's not there to replace intelligence. Instead, it's there to enhance, if I can put it that way. Yeah, it can enhance it, but you got to give something from your side. And whether we like it or not, it's here. It's going to replace many things that are simplistic. When you get to manufacturing, you're going to see a lot of AI come through, guys, especially with factories and so forth, machinery. You're seeing it happen across the board, especially in the developed nations. So it's here, all right? So that's why it's great to trade. It's great to have an understanding. And, integrating AI, automation, I'm speaking robots, all right? I'm speaking about indicators, expert advisors. Is great to integrate into your portfolio, as you are trading. But remember, everything has some form of weakness to it. Now, one of the things about AI, or at least in context to trading, when you are trading with a robot or, expert advisor, there are times when you still need the human touch. All right, because what the AI recognition pattern feature does on any robot, it's going to identify past patterns, all right? And it's very logical, it's very rational, it's statistical, it's very accurate. Yes, I'm not doubting it. I actually really like AI. I really like automation as well. I like both manual and I like automated programs. But you got to do a bit of investigating, all right? You got to look at, what are the pros and cons. And it does recognize patterns. And it will execute based on statistical, analysis and the report thereof to make the judgments, all right? And sometimes if you're not there to watch it, you may just get yourself into something, all right, that you don't want to be in. So I think there is merit and there's value in seeing both sides, all right? So AI is here. A lot of tech companies are restructuring. Government cost cutting continues, guys. Companies are cautious ahead of the political economic slowing. And the impact that we're seeing, and then I'm going to go to the charts, meaning look at some of the dollar peg pairs, right? The impact is the U.S. economy is cooling. It's not crashing, it's cooling down. With the rate cuts coming, from an inflation perspective, we'll be chatting about that tomorrow. The Fed has their target. So it's cooling down. This keeps pressure on the Fed to cut those rates later on this year. And obviously the supports of, it supports the bond yield and gold, and it limits, really limits the upside for many of the risk assets. And so what we then need to understand from that now, taking it into the dollar has strengthened a little bit here now, all right? U.S. Treasury yields fell to around 4.14%. This happened because the job data shows that cooling. I mentioned that now in the beginning from a mid-December or a December period, and the highest cuts in 2025. And so markets expect the Fed to hold those rates now but cut later. So we might get a bit of a strong dollar and then it comes down later on. The impact is stronger dollar, guys, is putting pressure on other currencies. And those lower yields, they are supporting the gold and the equities, which is the US 30 and the NAS 100. So you want to have a look at that. All right. So let's quickly have a look at some of these assets. Let's see if there's any setups available over here. Remember, guys, possible stronger dollar now. And then we're seeing a weaker one come in later on because of the cooling that's happening, giving a lot of people a chance to actually participate. So let's start it off with silver here, guys. I'd mentioned to you guys on Tuesday, I'm looking for anything above 79.350. Price, in fact, did go above my area as mentioned, closed above it as well. A daily frame did close above it. So this is, clear textbook technical analysis 101. This is a correction that's happening right now, all right? This is a correction that's happening at this point, all right? Now, what the NFP can do tomorrow, maybe today, all right? Because remember, guys, with the NFP, it's going to be a bit tricky. With the highest cutting of jobs, we could get a lower rate, which means we have a weaker dollar tomorrow. So the dollar could strengthen today ahead of the NFP. Come all the way down to $71 per ounce there. And then tomorrow with the NFP, we get that push, to the upside, which we had wanted. All right. So that could be the case here at this point in time, guys. If you are going to sell at this point, it's going to have to be short term. All right. So let's look at the short term over here. We're seeing the pressures to the downside at this point in time. I can see that I have confluence on 3 time frames from a direction perspective. Let's quickly look at the structure here. Let's quickly look at the downward structure. All right. So if you're going to be selling here now, guys, Ash is not getting into any sales at this point. I'm waiting for the buys to come. But I know there's different traders that's looking for some structure. Now, if you're going to be selling, all right, and you're seeing this as an opportunity, I'm going to give somewhat of an indication here of what you can look for. This is on the silver price, all right? So this is the current structure, the current correction over here. I'm going to give you the zone now that's going to be critical for you to pay attention to, all right? So let's go to work, yeah? Yeah, can you see this, guys? All right, so silver is already at a critical stage for some more downside here. Let me just give it to you like this. So that was the critical zone, all right? That was the critical zone that we were looking at. All right, that's the critical area right there. I'm just going to identify it for you here, all right? So we have some dollar support short term right now. It has already broken out, so the movement to the downside has already lapsed on the 5-minute. But there is this. Look at this. So to continue the downside, what we would need here now, to continue the downside for some of the guys that would like to get into silver, okay? Let me just do this. So we're going to be following a 5-minute time frame here. So this zone here, right there, that's a 15-minute, all right? Now the 15-minute is already closed beneath. So we're tracking the 15 and the 5 here, all right? So let's say we have a 5-minute that closes beneath 74.448. That area is a critical zone for many of the guys that would like to get in to silver. And I'm saying short term here, guys. All right. Ash is still seeing upside here. This is a correction that's taking place. So if a 5-minute candle, there's 3 minutes left here. So if a 5-minute candle closes beneath $74.448 per ounce, this becomes a specific zone for some of the guys to actually get in. Now, you're going to have to make a decision here, guys, all right? I'm gunning for upside here. I've got some buys in here, all right? I'm tracking a higher time frame that's coming from 79.350, but there is possibly some more short-term downside over here. Now, again, I'm saying it to you. If we have a 5-minute that closes beneath 74.448, the risk there goes up for some more downside, all right? Now, remember, this is the principle. If you're trading shorter time frames, your risk will always be higher. If you're trading higher time frames, your risk will be lower. That's why there's different approaches to the markets. Long-term, medium, and short, guys. You have to either decide, are you going to hold positions? That is why TDME is so powerful, because you can hold your crypto there and you can hold it for as long as you want. All right. You can partially close, you know, so I think it's meaningful to say that if you're going to be holding crypto, the TDME exchange is fantastic. You can always come and hedge any opposite directional movement on the MT5, the crypto that we provide here. There's over 50 of them over here, guys. So you can use it as a hedging tool as well. So you can, example, hold a Bitcoin long on our TDME exchange, or you can do Ether, you can do the Trump coin there, guys. We got Solana there, we got ADA, Cardano, it's all there. So you can, example, hold long on that side, hedge it on the MT5 where you're selling it, as an example. I saw some more downside on Ethereum possibly, which actually came down earlier on, all right? So you can always use our platforms as hedging tools, guys. That's how you're going to diversify your portfolio, not only in assets, but you can also diversify it in the style or the approach you have. So, you know, so being educated in this is going to help you quite a great deal. All right, all our links are in there. Check our links, guys, to sign up with TDME. It's in the chat facility. All right, it's in the chat facility. Now look at this. For the guys that are looking to get into silver right now, all right, 1 minute and 25 seconds left. 1 minute 25 seconds left. There could be some more downside here. Let's quickly go to gold whilst we wait for that one. All right, gold, very similar here, guys. I'm seeing some more possible downside here. I'm seeing that I'm having confluence here as well. Let me get the structure for you. This is the current structure that's happening on the gold price. I'm going to work with you right here. Part of what we love at TD Academy is that we are very demonstrative, in a sense that we want to make sure that the guys can see that we are doing it with you in real time. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Yeah, so now what Ash is looking for, I'm looking for the lowest zone that I possibly can. See, we've already gone through so many lows, guys. I'm looking for this. See, this is the structure that I am dealing with. I'm not dealing with any other structure. All right, so this zone is going to be critical next. Let's just see if I can see her. There we go, right there. Because we're already beneath that area there. So I'm looking, here we go. All right, so let's go to work on this one here. All right, there. That's the key zone. That's the key zone right there. And what Ash is doing now, I'm using a candle to one candle, all right, for accuracy purposes. I'm using a candle that's going to, hold on, I just lost it. Did I lose it? I think I did. All right, hang tight. Hang tight with Ash. I think I lost it. See, it's not this one here. I'm trying to find 5 minutes. Sorry, guys. Apologies. That's my mistake. Okay, I got you. It's locked. I got you. All right, so this is the candle right here. It's that long one right there. This is the one. See, we've already gone. This is a correction that's now happening. See that zone there? That's the candle. Right there. That's the candle. And we've already gone beneath that area there. So it's a critical area. We've broken out. There's the correction now back into the zone. Now pay attention to what I just showed you there. All right, so that is the zone. And what we're looking at now is for correction to possibly go. So there's many guys will do a sell limit right there. But what Ash will look for here, if I were to go in, I'll wait for the next 15-minute candle. If the next 15-minute candle closes beneath the 4415, that becomes a short for me, short term, gold. Gold overall is bullish. We saw over 50% of strength into gold last year. And so we're still seeing that push to the upside. So $44.56 per ounce is what we're looking at. And just so you guys do know, let me just give you some fundies here, because we always chat about it. We always make sure that the guys are, on point. Gold here, guys, slight pullback. A lot of profit taking, but impact long-term support remains from the geopolitical tension and obviously the rate cut. So this is just a lot of profit taking right now that's happened at this point, and this is real-time data that we're giving you guys. All right, so the fundies is supporting the short term. Long term, we are still overall bullish on gold, guys. All right, I mean, that goes without saying. So I just need another 15-minute candle to close beneath there, and then I'm going to look for a short. Now, the place that I'm going to be looking to get out of the short, I'll show you now. Hold on. Yeah, this is the place. Ash is going to get out here, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's more or less where I would want to get out. I wouldn't want to go lower than that. And I'm going to give you a reason for that. Because technically, guys, all right, we have, gold going up overall. The dominating movement is to the downside. So this then becomes a higher low. That's the reason why I personally would want to get out. I'd get out right there, because then I'm anticipating price to find a bit of support. Hence, we're saying, guys, we could get short-term dollar strength, and then maybe just based on sentiment, that becomes the next higher low. And then, Ash will look for some more upside after that. So it's just to really go till that place over there. Guys, just make sure that you get all of this so that you can make an informed decision as you do go along, all right? And there's something that you trading, let me know in the chat facility, guys. Don't be shy. We can't repeat last year. Let us know what you're trading. Let's see where your eyes, what are you catching? What trends do you see? What overall movement are you seeing? And what is popular for you guys? Gone are the days when you're just looking at someone that's just analyzing. You got to get in there yourself, guys. At the end of the day, you're not going to become profitable over someone else's analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you'll get wiser. You'll have more insight. You can grow, yes. But to become consistent, you got to put the work in. At the end of the day, this is the type of stuff that we discuss in the classes, in our sessions, guys. It's all about up here. You got to think about it, all right? So you will not become profitable because of someone else. You're going to become profitable because you get your hands dirty. So please just make a note of that, all right? So I'm waiting for 4415.56. Let's see if a 15-minute closes beneath, and we're going to check it out. The silver price, you can see, is not there yet. Look at that, no close. So I'm going to wait on that one over there. Let's go to the AUD USD now, all right? It is above a key area, guys. It is still, in a correction over there. So Ash is not doing anything at this point in time, guys. I think that goes without saying. I'm just trying to find. I think I did put something down here for AUD. If I didn't, yeah, there we go. So obviously at this point in time, let's just look at the trade and currency features, or at least points on the Australian dollar. There's a the trade surplus there with the economy, guys, or at least with the trade in the currency reports. It did shrink a little bit there, guys. This, and when I say a little bit, I'm being a bit modest there. It was a bit of a sharp one. Exports fell. What was the main drivers for the falling of those exports was the metals and the minerals. So the AUD is definitely weak at this point in time. Also, the slower global demand, guys. China demand is uncertain. Remember, they're working out a lot of stuff, especially with the US. And you know that China and Australia, they are big trading partners. So there is pressure on the AUD. The Reserve Bank of Australia is cautious on those rate hikes as well. If those hikes get raised, you have a stronger Aussie dollar, and then with them being a bit more cautious, we're seeing this pullback happen here. Right now, I am seeing the strength overall. There is overall strength, all right, but at this point in time, the correction is taking place. And so with that, I'm seeing the confluence there. The correction is now taking place. There might be some support because I can see some divergence that's happening over here. Here we went down, but here we are going up. So I'm seeing a bit of divergence now happening on the shorter time frames. And excuse me, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll revisit that at a later stage. For now, Aussie, or at least the AUD USD at this point, is just correcting. All right. USD JPY, guys, similar here. I got some info on the yen, on the bonds, the yen, yen currency in specificity, as well as the stocks. The government bond yields pulled back a little bit. The yen weakened towards the 157. It's now at 156. The Nikkei did fall sharply. And I told you guys this on Tuesday. That was the area. So I don't know if there's anyone that saw that. This is what we did on Tuesday. I said to you guys, anything beneath 51,694, all right, points is a short term. And you can see it's played out beautifully to 51,059 points right there now. Anticipating this to drop a little bit more if it does follow through past the support there. And obviously, guys, if the yen does strengthen, well, at this point in time, we're going to see the Nikkei come down. All right. Now, real wages also fell in Japan, guys. The geopolitical tension with China and the uncertainty on the rate hike from the Bank of Japan. That's been a big one in the news there. So the equity has a lot of volatility. And the Bank of Japan is facing, a lot of difficulties as far as the policy of those rate hikes is concerned. So we're seeing a bit of a stronger yen here with the dollar. And we're seeing the Nikkei come down. So when the currency pushes up, we're seeing the equity come down. All right. So that goes without saying. I am waiting, though, for a very interesting sell here on the USD JPY. It's going to be a short term. I'm going to be selling it down after 156.106. If the dollar weakens and I get a 15-minute candle beneath 156. Now, please don't pay attention to the 155 because that's a different story. All right. And guys, again, get into our sessions so you understand. Dipping below the 156.106 is going to be a short-term sell for Ash. 155.734 is not short-term, all right? That's going with the higher time frames like your 4-hour, all right? That's going to be a different position that I'm going to be taking. So you can see essentially I'm looking for two positions over here. I'm looking for a short-term, bit of higher volume to come in, get out, and then later on, decreasing my volumes a little bit, but going a much longer distance. All right. So I'm trying to offset or mitigate the risk in that specific way. You can still increase as well because remember, essentially, this is a very big resistance. All right. It's large. Not only that, it is also a very, very odd correction that's taking place technically. Now, guys, the crazy thing about the technical chart is this. It's not always what it seems. The great thing about the Academy is that we train your eye to see, all right? This is a correction that's taking place. Now, the general correction is once it hits a high, we have the dip that you can clearly see. Not all corrections do that. When you look at this from a much higher time frame perspective, all right, that there is upside. We had a brand new high that was created right there. But when you look at it from a from a daily perspective, this is pushing to the upside. It looks that way. But in it pushing to the upside, which is what confuses people, this is actually a correction. There's no strength here at this point in time for overall movement to the upside. That's why the yen is strengthening right now. So the correction is taking place, but it doesn't look like it. We train you on how to see that specific movement in our classes, guys. You gotta get in. You gotta get in, all right, into our classes. So I'm waiting for a 15-minute frame here to close. Nothing is happening yet. But again, guys, this is a setup. We're waiting for the NFP to be released. If it happens, if there's a move that happens before, good. No problemo. We'll get into it, all right? US 30 has come down. It's pushed up. And we saw that. We looked at that from I think that was on Monday. We mentioned in the opening bell, it has done that. It's gone up successfully. But we're seeing the actual correction take place at this moment in time. I do have something on that I did put together for you guys as well. Just give me a second here whilst I find that for you, yeah? All right, I thought I had it here. All right, I thought I had it, man. I thought I had it, but it seems like I don't have it here, guys. Please forgive me. Yeah, please forgive me. I thought I had it here. I thought I put it in. Okay, but anyway. We're seeing that with the NFP, the relationship that the equities have with the dollar, we are seeing that if there is a stronger dollar, we're going to see these equities come down. All right. At this point in time, with those job cuts that have happened, in the tech sector, as well as the government cutting. All right. If we get a weaker dollar, we're going to see an extension here. All right. The NAS 100 at this point in time has gone above my zones that I've anticipated with all of you guys. I said to you, I'm looking first, it was at the buy zone. And I said to you, the moment it goes above the entry zone, that's where I'm going to get in. So I'm currently in this NAS 100. Let me just see. I wonder why. Hold on. Yeah. So I'm currently in here right now. I've bought at a lower place on the index. We could get some more downside here because this structure is still pending. If I look at let me just see here, there is some possible downside here. I don't see it lasting too long. So I am looking for more upside on this one, guys. I don't see it lasting too long. Looking to take it back to the 26,171 points there on the NAS 100. All right, guys. I don't see it lasting too long. I'm seeing a lot of divergence. You can see it right there. There is a support here. Let me actually just make this a little bit better so you guys can check it out. Hold on. Look at that. So this zone is coming down there, but we're seeing there is actually a support. So this entire area that you see is actually a support. And again, we teach you guys on how to see the support. All right, look at that slant. The strength is actually to the upside over here. All right, you look at the monthly frame, it's up. The weekly frame is up. The daily frame is up. At this point, this is just a correction. It's short-lived, short-sighted at this point in time. So I'm just really waiting for price to go in my favor right here. All right. Again, the delay here, we get a stronger dollar tomorrow. There's obviously a lot of speculation, but you know how me and T work, guys. You know, we wait for the data to come out, and then we will obviously adjust accordingly. But we do see upside on NAS 100 here. All right. The same with the US 30 as well. Yeah. Let's see what's happening on the chat facility right here. Savage, I see it. H4 time frame. USD, JPY working out for you. Nope. All right. Brilliant. I love it. XRP. Ripple. All right. Ripple for that's, let's see. I think that's for Baker. You can do XRP on TDME exchange as well. All right. That's exactly why I said to you guys, you can actually hedge it. Let me just show you here real quickly, and I'm going to actually practically show it. Now, when it comes to Ripple, right, this one here right now, this is bullish. It's bullish. All right. However, there seems to be a little bit more of downside coming. All right. Now, that's exactly what I was referring to. There is upside here, but there is some more possible extensions to the downside to go and create another higher low. See, the higher low doesn't look complete here yet. This structure doesn't look complete yet. So short term, you could then obviously hedge that to the downside whilst you have your longs to the upside, holding it there on the TDME. So this is part of the education that we give, all right? Hence, we have the options of our different trading platforms so that you guys can make a more informed decision of what you are actually doing. So from a short-term perspective, guys, let me just look at the downside. I'm seeing it here. Yeah. There is structure to the downside. There is. So let me quickly do and get the structure here. Short-term. Baker, please pay attention to this, bud. This is going to be for you right here, according to your... There we go. So right there, I can see this is the structure that we're dealing with, all right? This is the structure that we're dealing with. Baker, very important short term. What happened was this was the point where price actually got exhausted. That was the area. So it may not look like that on the main chart, but that's where price actually became much weaker. All right. So if we're looking at it now, if you're going to be hedging to the downside, on XRP here. Yeah, look, we're already down, man. You see, this is already in its downside. Let's just see if I can find something else here. A lower area. Hold on. There. We're already down. We're already down, man. We are already down here. So we are already pushing here. So let me do this. Let me do this. Let me get you the zone that Ash is looking at you. I'm looking for a specific area right there. See that zone? After that area, we went to the downside. Now price needs to stay there. Price needs to stay there. All right, hold on. Let me get it for you. That's the candle. This is the candle right there. You know, guys, we can give high level. We can be very accurate when it comes to the actual technicals. We can look at both sides of the coin for all of our students. All right, that's the great thing about what we're doing at TD. All right, it's the great thing what we're doing here. We're really contributing to the growth of our traders. So right now, if we stay below this area, if a 1 hour closes beneath here, we're still pushing to the downside. All right. Now, from a short-term perspective, guys, just so you do know, short-term, Ripple could well advance till here, right here, 1.98 right there. All right, are you with me there, Baker? Let me know, brother. That's the short-term movement right now on Ripple. So expecting a bit of a support to come down to that area, and you can go and check that out. All right, you can check that out. Let me also be fair to the guys that are trying to hold this to the upside, so that you understand where's that movement over there. All right, so let me be fair. Let me be fair to the guys. So you see, we're not really looking. This is obvious. It's going to create a higher high. So that goes without saying. I'm looking at an area lower than that. Okay, an area lower than that. So this is a key zone here. All right, it's a key area there. So let's quickly go to work on this one. Yeah. All right, here we go. Looking beautiful. Sorry about that. All right. So for the guys that's holding Ripple a little bit more long term, TDME, all right? Man, I wish, guys, sometimes you have the message in your head and it sounds better in your head than when you actually So for the guys that should be getting onto TDME, Ash is expecting the Ripple movement to continue to the upside once price H4 close above 2.3101. Once I get that close above, I'm expecting the Ripple movement to continue to the upside. You see that? So after that close, the H4 close, I'm expecting the Ripple movement to continue to the upside. Now, that's why you can understand why I'm saying we know how to speak both languages, whether we're looking at the short, medium, or long term. Short term, ladies and gentlemen, Ripple might do nothing. Medium term, we might just consolidate medium term. And then later on, as it switches over to long, meaning a little bit more extended for your holding positions, we push above the 2.3101 and then we push all the way to the upside. All right, I hope you got that there. There we go, Baker. There we go. Guys, you got to love what we do here, yeah? All right, so let's quickly loop back, guys. Remember, Ash is giving you a bit of setup, sharing some information. The market at this point in time is paused mostly ahead of the NFP tomorrow. So we're not going to see crazy thing necessarily. But, you know, there could be some good movements like here now. If this 1 hour at 3 o'clock, you get a close like this, that could be a short for the guys that are coming over here. All right, let's go to silver quickly. It's not closed beneath there yet. Look at that. All right, let's look at the gold price. It's not, look at that. It's actually come above now. It's actually so we don't want to do anything at this point. USD JPY looks fantastic. I'm still waiting though. AUD USD, like I said, guys, nothing is over here. JPN, there we go, still going down. Then this is one that I'm absolutely in love with at this point in time, the Euro stocks. Really looking at this. This is, for me, the Euro stocks at this point in time. I think I have something for you guys over here. All right, so let's see. All right, so record highs on the Euro stocks, guys. What actually happened here, it was the defense stocks over here that led the gains. And so the reason for that is a lot of the geopolitical tension has caused that rise, okay? A lot of the geopolitical tension has caused the rise. And when you go to the weekly and the monthly, you can see the rise there. Record highs, defense stocks. What brought lagging here, I think I mentioned on Tuesday actually, retail and consumer stocks. Now, remember guys, you get a certain amount of 4-hour candles per day. All right? Are we together? You get a certain amount, I believe it's 6 or so. You get about 5 to 6 4-hour candles in a day. Now, you need to ask yourself here. Now, if you track it back, today's the 8th, all right? Today's the 8th, so let's look. So there's 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th one. This is the 4th one. So there's still another 2 coming, yeah? Now, the great thing about what we're teaching the guys is the move can still happen today. Please pay attention to what I'm saying there, because many guys don't always know when the move would happen. Why did I identify this? Because we have this candle and we still have another 2 for the rest of the day. Now, if this candle closes beneath 5883.90 with the retail and the consumer stocks in the index pulling it down, causing the lag, all right, the correction, then the other 2 4-hour candles can give us our money. If this one closes above and another one closes above, the last candle for the day could be what sets us up for tomorrow. Then the move might only happen tomorrow and not today. So you gotta check this thing, guys. It's trading plan involved here. This is how you planning your trade. That's why it's so important to know what time frames you trade. Very important. So Euro stocks right now, I'm waiting for this. The same way I waited for the Nikkei, I'm waiting for the Euro stocks. I need a 4-hour candle beneath 5883. Guys, I can even tell you this. Where this guy started to actually weaken was here. This is when the correction actually started. That's when the correction actually started. This is drama. This is orders. Are we together, guys? This is orders. This is just participation. These are contracts and volumes and participation. It's drama. Many times you'll find this with fundamentals. Can do that. Are we together? But in that movement, there's so many volumes. Guys are going in, profits out. In, profits out. So this is where the correction actually started. That was the area. That was the area. And so all we're seeing now is exhaustion. That's what we're seeing. This is exhaustion. So in the exhaustion, I'm waiting for the 4 hour so I can capitalize on that exhaustion there. Fundamentals, is supporting this move over here. This is short term. This is not long term. This is short term for now. All right, at this point in time. Let's loop back one more time. Silver, nothing yet. Gold, nothing yet. AUD, USD. So remember, gold is long term. Up, 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 up. All right. AUD, USD, nothing. USD, JPY still standing still. The US30 still at the same place. NAS 100. I'm in that buy already. A little bit of profits. Nothing major. But I'm still waiting for that specific upside because it already crossed my entry zone. All right, it already looked and went above my entry zone. And if the equities are going up, all right, that means that the dollar could be coming down. That means that gold up and silver up at this point in time. That's what it looks like at this point in time. All right, look at this ripple over here now. Look at that, look at that, look at that. BTC, maybe just to end off here, guys. BTC here. Still really not doing much for the past, you can see there, 3 days. We've been at the resistance, bit of a correction here, but we're looking at 94,558. Our head of sales and key individual, Xander, mentioned this morning, he's seeing that there is, seems like there could be a weaker dollar, which when I look at what's happening here, guys, I'm seeing a bit of connection to that for myself. I'm still seeing a bit of a weaker dollar that is coming tomorrow, even although we're seeing a bit of strength here now. All right. You also want to look at oil. Oil at this point in time, guys, is around, this is Brent crude, WTI, it's the US oil. It is at the $56 a barrel. And I'm still seeing some downside here. This is just the correction that's going back into my area there, the gray zone. So, and the reason for that is I'm seeing that there was actually, let me actually just see here. There was a candle that I think there was a high there. Or was it on Brent crude that I saw it? I think it was on Brent crude. I might be in the wrong one here. I might have entered in the wrong one. It could be. But they do move together as well. And guys, obviously, you do know with the whole US and the Venezuela saga, we're seeing a lot of movements in the oil price. All right, so you want to watch that very carefully. We'll give some more commentary on that tomorrow with the NFP. You guys know that there is the tankers and the process flow of how it will go about. There's a lot of it in news at this point in time. Nothing solid that one can say this is the way forward. But obviously we are obviously eating on the morsels of what had happened over the past couple of days. So can I say that it's concrete at this point in time? No. All right, let's have a look. We're eating on the morsels. They did take over. The president there was arrested. He's been in court, I believe, already. But the way forward is not 100% clear at this point in time. So we are looking for that information, and we will obviously update you guys here. But guys, from what it looks like at this point in time, a little bit of a stronger dollar, a little bit, but obviously looking at, overall, we're seeing the dollar weaken, for the next couple of months or so, because of, those specific rate cuts that's in the talks. And the technicals is also supporting some of that as well. All right, the shrinkage there, the job cuts, because you guys know with less jobs, less productivity, the output is less, etc. But again, it's trading. Things can happen like this. Nobody saw Venezuela and the US coming. We just saw, the after effects, but obviously it's been planned 6 to 10 months in advance. That's not something that we were privy to, obviously, but this thing has been planned already, and we're just seeing the actual tail end of it. All right, but tomorrow we're here. Please join us 2:30 Crypto Decrypted, guys. We're looking forward to seeing you guys together. Myself and Macaudi is the first one after a long time with the shutdown that happened last year. We weren't able to be together in a stream, but we're looking forward to tomorrow. So please join us. I know he's amped up where he's at, so we'll see you guys at 2:30 tomorrow. Crypto Decrypted. All right, for the first half of that session, going through the TDMA platform, you can trade derivatives with us right there on the platform, fully regulated and functional, crypto, exclusively crypto. And then obviously we'll be dealing with the guys that want to deal with the NAS 100, the US 30, the gold, the silver. We'll be dealing with you guys then when the other half, when the NFP comes out. So join us. We are looking forward to being with you guys. As for this session, guys, beautiful session, fantastic content, great to be back for 2026. We'll see you guys. All the guys, the links are is in the chat facility. Make sure you log on, or you open up that account, deposit. Make sure that you get in with the action. Yeah, this is actually Reeve for this session. I'm checking out. Ciao, ciao.